Some stories don't begin with betrayal, they begin with love. With loyalty. With years of sacrifice and shared dreams. But sometimes, one decision, one secret, can shake even the strongest foundation. This is Sandra's story. A woman whose life was built around one man. And one secret that tore it all down. Pause. She wrote us with a heavy heart. Not for sympathy, not to justify her actions, but to confess. To release the weight she's carried for years. If you've ever believed in forgiveness, in heartbreak, in raw human truth, listen. My name is Sandra. I know you'll judge me. I won't stop you. I deserve every word. I met my husband when I was nothing. Just a girl, no parents, no family to call my own. I was a dropout. Life had already told me I wasn't meant to rise. But he saw me. He believed in me. He didn't just love me. He raised me up. I became his project, his partner, his pride. Sandra and her husband started from zero. They built everything together. He encouraged her to study, helped her become a nurse, gave her his full support. She was his first love. He was her only love. His family became mine. We lived in love, laughed in small spaces, dreamt big with empty wall. When success began to smile on them, it was her husband who pushed her forward. Voiceover is Sandra. He wanted more for me than I wanted for myself. I remember the day he said, "You'll be a nurse." I laughed. I thought it was impossible. But he believed, paid my fees, carried the weight of our home while I studied. I passed. I became a nurse, the kind he could be proud of. I wore my uniform for him. Their love grew deeper, stronger, the type of love people write about. And when it was time to legalize their bond, wedding plans began. But behind the smiles, a secret was already hiding. We were preparing for our wedding. The traditional, the court signing, the church ceremony. Everything was happening fast, 28 days to plan it all. Then came the test results. The routine ones couples do before marriage. Because I worked in the hospital, I took charge. I didn't want the staff gossiping. I didn't want anyone knowing our business. So I sent the samples to another hospital. She thought she was protecting their privacy. But deep down, she feared what the results might show. I didn't even remember the results until 4 days before the traditional wedding. When I opened the envelope, my world stopped. I knew I should tell him. But how do I cancel a wedding days before? Invitations were sent, dresses were bought, people were traveling. I was afraid. In fear, she buried the truth. She went ahead with the wedding. Wedding celebration, music, laughter fades into silence. I wore the gown. I smiled in the photos. But inside, I was crumbling. I thought maybe if I prayed hard enough, the truth would disappear. I fasted. I cried. I begged God. I told him I kept myself pure. I told him I deserved a miracle. But the silence grew heavier. And the day the truth finally unraveled, it was too late. Not only had she betrayed him, she had broken his trust at the deepest level. He trusted me, with everything, and I failed him. Since then, my life hasn't been the same. Sandra tried to walk away, not to escape guilt, but to protect him. To carry her shame alone. I told him I didn't want the marriage anymore. He didn't understand why. I just wanted to disappear. Let him go and find peace again. Then Carrie, our son, died. I buried Carrie without his knowledge. I couldn't face him. The shame was too much. I still see our daughter, Karis. But I haven't held her in days. I don't even know where they are. Sound. Heavy sobbing, distant thunder. I went to his family's house. They let the dogs out on me. I stayed outside for 2 days. No one spoke to me. No one gave me water. I'm all alone. I'm a mother. And I'm hurting. I miss my son. I miss my husband. I miss my life. Every day, I wake up hoping this is a dream. But it's not. The silence is real. The pain is real. I've kept every naira you sent for the kids. It's in my Afroland account. Please, use it to care for Karis. I'm not asking for anything but one thing, let me see my daughter. Even if it's just for one last time. Sandra's pain isn't just guilt. It's the ache of a mother, who broke the home she loved most. Sandra's story is not one of excuses. She admits her wrongs. She wears her shame. But she also clings to hope, that maybe, just maybe, she can still be heard. To her husband, she says she's sorry. She says you were a good man. And she knows she failed you. To her children, she prays you'll understand one day. I give you space. Until I find myself again. I pray to come back, a better woman. But until then, I'll wait. I'll wait in hope. Because this isn't the life God promised me. Forgiveness does not erase pain. But it creates space for healing. Sandra's story is a reminder that love is fragile, and truth is heavy. If this were you, what would you do? Share your thoughts below. Forgive if you can. Learn if you must. And always, choose truth over fear.